My name's Allan. I live here in Bywong on about 10 hectares, 25 acres in the old measurements. It's a fairly typical Bywong property. It's basic acidic soil, low fertility on a shale base. Today I'm just going to talk about the bits that I did to create my truffle farm, which has been in for 4 years. Back in 2015, I attended a little session on truffles after looking at various things to do with my farm, whether it was olive trees, Christmas trees, possum banksias, any of those sort of smaller type things that I could grow and help supplement the income for my farm. Truffles sort of excited me a little bit. Went to the session, which was held at Sutton. I had a site visit shortly after that where they came and had a look. Where I had thought I could possibly plant my truffle trees, they determined that this area below was most probably a better location. 12 months just to get from going to the session, having the site visit, organising for a specific soil test. So, person in Victoria does the soil testing in relation to truffles. So they look at not just pH, all the other requirements that are needed for growing truffles. Truffles are a fungus that forms on the roots. They form where type A and type B touch. It's not male and female, they're just different types. As they form, they create what they call a brulee. So if you think of a creme brulee and how you get the bubbling and the browning off around it, same happens around your tree, indicating that truffles are actually forming. So they start to form in March, and then harvest is usually between June, July and August each year. One of the reasons that I picked to do truffles was it is a short harvest period. I'm not out here every day of the year having to harvest truffles. Truffles to me taste, they're a woody taste with a nutty flavour, relatively dry in flavour, and they've got a very earthy tone, so much more than mushrooms. Earthy tones like beetroot, that sort of stuff. Usually good with eggs, pasta, which is my favourite way of having it, pasta and a butter sauce. I'm extremely happy that I was able to get truffles within 4 years. They'll continue to produce truffles now. By about year 20, they'll get to their maximum production stage. So in 20 years, if I'm getting anywhere between 20 to 25 kilos off this paddock, that's where it will stay, at the 20 to 25 kilos. If it was really good production, you are talking most probably about 40 kilos off a hectare. My spacing for my trees, I am 8 metres apart between the rows, and each tree is 4 metres apart. Would I have planted them differently? Is there things I could have done better? Oh, definitely. Planting them more on the contour lines most probably would have been beneficial. Possibly putting in some small swales to help with water retention so I don't have to irrigate as much. Planting the trees on top of the swale so they don't get waterlogged. Those sort of things as far as your planning to help determine how you do. Overall, I'm still happy with where I got. My worst case scenario was I was going to end up with a paddock full of oak trees, which looks good. So this is my little truffle farm. I'll replace the 6 trees that have died, and I will continue on with them.